It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and we are in San Marcos, California. San Marcos, San Diego, not San Marcos in this Bay Area. So Bay Area followers don't get excited. Doing a maintenance, our first maintenance on a beautiful succulent tapestry installation that we did a few years ago. This client is a plants woman. She knows her stuff, and she has done a phenomenal job of maintaining this on her own, but now there's some heavy lifting that needs to happen. So she has given us some very specific instructions on what she wants done. And what I want to point out to y'all is, again, this is a client that knows what she wants. So she's looking to minimize so much of the heaviness and the tapestry and focus more on specimens, on there being space between plants. And that's a very subjective choice. Keeping this really lush, full tapestry is a lot of work. And sometimes clients are down for that and they want to keep that look going, and other times they want to kind of evolve and really showcase the larger plants and eliminate some of the smaller things. So that's what we're doing for her today. This whole stand of aloe is coming out. And I know, shriek, right? Oh my gosh, because doesn't it look beautiful? But it's not always about how it looks. It's about maintenance. It's about, you know, the client's expectations. So she would like to see these gone and then this moved up higher in the landscape. So that's what we are focusing on, is eliminating a lot of the aloes and the plants that pup a great deal and just leaving some space. These yellow jade, can you even with the argentias? They're just almost glowing. They are so beautiful, and she loves all.
It's a perfect
A
cutting.
perfect cutting, Kevin. She
Yeah, that's
loves
easier. And then just cut and dig and
all the pops of yellow. And it's so interesting too, because, you know, these plants are the same. And this argentea is in a pot, you know, which makes a difference, and this one's in the ground. And you can see that this one is taken on more of this is a bright yellow, where this one's more of a gold color with the red tips. I think this one's a little bit more stressed, but each beautiful in their own way. So yes, moving on down, we're gonna take out the sticks on fire and cut it and reset it. This is a plant that is so tough. I don't know that have we ever killed those sticks on fire? I don't even think it's possible. So, but it can grow, as you know, as big as an SUV. So it's a great size right now. We don't have a problem with it, but in a year, it's going to be like this. So digging it out now while we're here, cutting and resetting, the thing to do. Okay, so this beautiful agave sunglow is going to be meticulously extracted from this pot by our one and only Omar. And Kevin is going to remove these aloes here and open that space up. So yes, the noblest and the whatever those are. Then that sunglow is going to go over here where the blue glow has bloomed out. We are going to obviously remove our bloomed out mangave. And I think we're just going to dial this in, right? We're just going to take some of the pups off of the sides of this plant. I mean, take a look at what's on the tarp already, guys. And look at up there already. That's all cleaned up.
Sabine wants to put plants back herself.
Yes, and our client, did you show the cutting selection over here? This is her work. Our client is meticulous. Look at that organization. So she has lots and lots of cuttings, and she wants to do some of the planting herself. So we're just, as I said, doing the heavy lifting and opening up space for her so she can roll up her sleeves and do the fun part. So over here, we're going to take the pups off of the Bacarnia and limb up all of the dead leaves. Remember, when your plant starts to go pear-shaped at the bottom, when the bottom leaves start to turn brown, don't panic. That's just natural. That's age. You're always looking at what's happening with the new growth. If your new growth is coming out all brown, you've got a problem. But if the new growth is healthy and green, all this just means, you know, the leaves are getting old. No big deal. This back in here, the bracteosis coming out. Those pink aloes are coming
We're
out.
replacing that sticks within cutting.
Yeah, that stick doesn't look very good, so we are going to take a cutting off of one of the other stands and pop it in there instead. We're taking out this little variegata pup here because it's not particularly happy. And over
We're
here,
trimming this back
yeah, we're going to trim
on the other side.
the Portulacaria minima back there. We're going to take the pup off of the Bacarnia, limb these up a little bit. And this gorgeous stand of Crassula undulata stays. These come out. This beautiful variegated attenuata is coming out. This Plicatillus, our client was able, you can see here all this trunk. There was a big jade here that was just eating the poor Plicatillus. So we're hopeful now that it's exposed again that it will bounce back. One way you can tell that your plant still got, got gas in the tank is if it's blooming. If the plant is blooming, there's life, there's hope. Then this beautiful Aloe cameronii is also going to come out of the pot. The sticks will be dug out. We'll cut off some pieces, reset it smaller here. And then also this,
We're digging that out.
we're digging out this variegata. There are a lot of babies too. So we'll be replacing some smaller plants. So we've got our work cut out for us. And I'm just really excited to see how this garden looks when it can breathe. So with the help of Hannah and Kevin and Mel and Omar, we got this all taken care of for our client. Wow. You would not believe how much stuff we took out of this garden. And remember, she's going to do some of her own replanting with some of the many, many cuttings that we were able to preserve. But it just looks so much more open. Isn't everything just thriving and so beautiful and so healthy? So we only nicked one little irrigation tube, and Greg is going to come fix that. This client just lives about 7 or 8 miles from my house, so it's no problem for him to come by and take care of that. We moved the lava rock around and reburied lines, and just, it's amazing what you can get done with a really good crew and with some help. So we made pretty short work of it today, and we have tons of plants for her friends and neighbors, and even a few for me. She donated a few to me, so that was really nice. We will be in Coronado tomorrow working on the apartments, the front of the apartments on Isabella that we installed a few years ago, so be sure and tune in for that. Thanks so much, everybody, for following. It's Laura in San Marcos, California with your annual maintenance. Bye, guys.